All right, guys, I totally had a different video set for you today, but we're gonna go out and we're gonna look at the Cadillac. I was gonna go ahead and do a 1,000-mile review outside, but it's just too windy. I drove out to a couple of spots and it's just too windy. So do it right here for you. So let's kick this video off. So 1,000 miles, man, it's been great. So the car is just over 1,000 miles and it's been phenomenal to drive. Now, it's been almost 3 months and obviously I don't drive this every day, but still, this has been a good car to have. I really enjoy this car and it's a lot more fun to drive than I thought it would be. There's a break-in period though for the car. And the break-in period is actually 1,500 miles. Now, some of the things that they go over in this break-in period are roughly, they're normal for a car to be broken into. I mean, because this does have a twin turbo engine and I just came back, so the engine's kind of warm now. Again, I drove out to some spots and I just couldn't find a good spot to shoot because it was just too windy. But this does have twin turbo. This is a 2020 CT5-V, if you guys don't know. If you're new to the channel, you just happen to come across this video, yeah, you can subscribe if you want to, or you can just come back every day or every month and see what I have going. So this is a 2020 Cadillac CT5-V. It is a twin turbo, 3-liter, 360 horsepower to the crank, and then 405 foot-pounds of torque for people who are interested in that. I just like finally owning my dream car, which is a Cadillac. So why not get a really solid, good Cadillac? So far, there have been no issues with the car. I want to start there. No issues whatsoever. There's not been a rattle, something ticking. There's just nothing. Now, even though I don't drive this every day, I do drive it. And I kind of didn't follow the break-in period. So I haven't been following it. So overall, I've been following it, but I'll just say there's been times where I took it up to over 100. I wanted to see what it could do, put it in V mode, just kind of get a feel, see what I'm getting into, because all my other cars were, probably 400 horsepower, 500 horsepower, something, 485, the Scat Packs are. And then I've had other cars that were faster, but I've never owned a twin turbo car. And so, driving it, if I just drive this, I'm getting well over 20 miles to the gallon, especially on a trip, on longer trips. Like if I drive the car for roughly 45 minutes, I'm getting about 29, almost 29 miles to the gallon. The farthest I've driven this car is roughly 45 minutes to an hour, and I always get almost 29. I'll show it to you on the dash. I'm at almost 29. That's just phenomenal. So driving the car is fantastic. Fuel economy in town, roughly between 17 and, or let's drop it down. Because I don't drive it every day, so the mileage gets pretty bad when I just start it up and drive around the corner and put it back. Because that's what I normally do during the week. I'll drive around the corner just to keep the fluids going, maybe 2 times during the week. And then the weekend, I drive this Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So roughly in town, 16 to 19 roughly. But on the highway, this thing is fantastic on gas, man. If I don't hit it, even if I hit it sometimes, it's still getting great fuel economy to my surprise. Now, the gas though, it'll drink that gas quicker than, because it is a twin turbo and it has some power. So it definitely will drink the fuel if you hit it a lot, but you can still get great fuel economy. So overall, yeah, you'll be happy with the fuel economy if you decide to get one of these. So comfort and feel. How is the car for comfort and feel? I have the keys in my pocket, that's why it's sliding up. How is it for comfort and feel? Well, this is probably going to be one of the most comfortable cars to drive in. I mean, it's a Cadillac. So the Cadillac brand holds its own when it comes to comfort and feel. Just because this is a sporty model of the Cadillac, it doesn't mean that it's not comfortable. So First, before we get in, I want to let you hear the exhaust, and I'll crack my garage a little bit just to let the out. That's a fairly warm start. Again, I just pulled it back into the garage, but the exhaust is good. So now we'll hop in real quick. It's the little subtle things. Like you see the little Cadillac right there from when I want to lock it or not. All right, so. Crack the windows a little bit. So I am at 1,023 miles. And this has been just a fantastic 1,023 miles, by the way. So I like the small things in this car, like auto up and down for all the windows. Those things really get to me. I really love it. So comfort and feel. These will be the sportiest. These are some of the sportiest seats that you'll ever sit in. They are comfortable. The passenger and the driver are roughly the same. Fantastic seats, super sporty. They hold you around the hips, around your back as well. The lumbar support is there. It's really good. So we'll turn it off. But let me show you the fuel economy actually real quick here. If I can get to it really briefly, I'll show you the fuel economy. Let's see. It wants me to do this, so I'll go ahead and start it back up real quick. So let's go to fuel economy right here. So you can see, look at the great gas mileage. Look at the great gas mileage that I'm getting. Almost 29. And I know if I drive it farther, it'll get even better gas mileage. I wanted to show you that. I've already gone through the cluster and all that stuff and how this works. I normally drive with the driver assistance on, and I think that's important for me. But nonetheless, the comfort and feel of the car is absolutely fantastic, folks. It is just great. The controls are super easy. You should not have a problem with controlling this car, navigating the car, like the controls here and everything. If you want to get in the V mode, you just hit that V button right there, and you will in fact get that boost of power if you have yours set up that way. All right, we're back. So the tires. These are Michelin Pilot Sports, and they are run flats, and they are nice. They're dirty right now. The rims are dirty and everything right now, but I just got to tell you, the tires themselves, comfortable to ride on, no problems whatsoever. I don't plan on changing out these wheels or anything, because I actually got these wheels intentionally. I didn't want the black 20-inch wheels. I wanted the 19-inch Android nickel wheels, or whatever the name of them is. It's a wide enough tire. Let's see. I definitely can go wider on the back if I want to, but overall, it's a wide enough tire. Traction is good. I did launch control. I tried launch control, and failed. Obviously, I failed. I failed. Well, I failed. Let me be honest. Even though you didn't see it, I failed. I failed at the launch control, and I tried that roughly about 400 miles ago. It was about 600 miles in the car at that point. And I thought, you know what? I'll try this again later after the car's broken in, because it was slipping pretty bad. And they tell you that the tires need to be broken in that 1,500 mile break-in period. The tires are what's important. So the tires won't grip as well if you don't, drive it a little bit longer. So, and this is something that we already know. Again, during that break-in period, you have to be very sensitive with the car. It even says in the break-in period not to drive the car at the same speed for a long period of time. I'm like, what the heck? But it is what it is. So trunk space and everything on here is fantastic. That V. Yeah, the trunk space is nice. You'll have to let down the seats from the inside in order to get the full gist of the, putting things in and out, but trunk space is good. There is no spare in this car. Most of the cars are sports cars, so they don't have a spare, and the battery is actually right behind this little compartment over here. So trunk is good. Again, all I've done is tint the windows on this car, and it's just been great. It's been fantastic. Back seat, really hasn't been too many people in the back seat. There's just, I don't really normally have people in the back seat. My GoPro stuff, my Hero 9 over there. But I don't normally have people in the back seat. And you can see, I think some of the videos are kind of fake though. Let me be honest here. I've seen people do videos on this car and say, oh, I'm 6'2", and I've got it set to my seat and I can sit comfortably back here. Yeah, no, because I'm taller than 6'2". But still, the driving position, it's just no way a person that's 6'2", unless the person in the front is driving nearly touching the steering wheel. So, but again, that comfort and feel thing is great. So overall, man, 1,000 miles, it's been good. I haven't had any complaints whatsoever, man. No complaints whatsoever. But if I have a problem, I remember asking you guys, or when you guys first saw that I switched to a Cadillac, you guys were like, oh man, the quality control, last time I owned a Cadillac. Well, obviously they can fix things over the years, and I've never owned a Cadillac. So my experience with Cadillac is probably gonna be a little different than yours. So no issues so far for me. And if I do have an issue, I've got a warranty. So what do I plan to do to this car? I've told you the only thing I plan on doing in the other video. Let me show you once again. There's only a couple of things I plan on doing. Just a couple. And it's purely because I know it's going to sound better and look better. Once it's available, I will do the dual intake right here, meaning 2 cone filters right here. And I will change the blow-off valves when it's available, and when I feel like doing it, that's what I'm gonna do. That's probably gonna be the only modifications to this engine, because to me, having driven all these fast cars, I'm not really into the speed like I thought I was. I just wanna have that power when I want it. And this car, folks, will give you lots of fun to drive. Anytime you hit the throttle on this thing, you're gonna smile. The exhaust sounds incredible. And I know it's a V6. I've owned V6s before. I had a V6 Charger, several. I had a V6 Challenger before I moved to the more powerful Scat Packs. But the exhaust on this V6, they've done a fantastic job compared to other V6s. It's just, now the start that I did was a warm start. I had driven the car for at least 20 minutes by now. But if I were to put it in V mode and rev it, you would definitely hear the difference. So owning a car like this, yeah, it's an expensive car. And there's a lot of people say, oh, it's not worth it. You can get this much more power. You gotta understand there's different people on the road. I'm a person who owned all that power and I never used it. And I just think that there's a certain type of person, once you get to a certain point in your life and, you want luxury over whatever else, because this is a luxury vehicle. I mean, down to the dash, the trim, everything is luxury about it. So it has a presence on the road that people see it. And every time I pull this out, I don't know if it's the reddish orange color called Velocity Red. I don't know if that's what's drawing people to the car, but every time I pull this car out, someone's asking me, wow, what in the heck is that? What color is that, or something? That is just what happens. Love the LEDs. I love the LED headlights as well. People always think I have my high beams on. I'm like, I don't have my high beams on. But nonetheless, almost 3 months and 1,000 miles later, absolutely love driving my Cadillac CT5-V, the 2020 model. I don't regret getting the 2020 model. I know the 21s came out and you just get the updated cluster and you can do the cruise, the virtual driving thing. I don't have to have that. We have the same engine and the cluster. People say, oh, the cluster is outdated. It's just a cluster. I mean, it is what it is. There's clusters that look a certain way and there's clusters that look a certain way, another way. That's not a deal breaker for me. I love the Cadillac CT5-V. I think it's one of the best cars I've ever owned. Now, the 2021 Mini Cooper Countryman S. This is my wife's daily driver. And believe it or not, before I get out of here, I'll do a video on this car later, but this car has everything that this car has. It has wireless charging. It has, obviously, touchscreen navigation. It has the shifter, it has the LED lights, it has the HID headlights, it has the leather interior, the sports seats. You can adjust this out like my car. It's incredible. This car, and she actually, obviously, well, this car has the updated, since it's a 2021, it has the updated cluster that everybody wants to have in a Mini Cooper. And it has the panoramic sunroof, just like the Cadillac. It is a single turbo with 200 horsepower, but it still has a panoramic sunroof. It has the auto lift tailgate on here where you kick your foot under there like that and it comes up. It's got Harman Kardon stereo system in here. This thing has speaker system. It is incredible, man. It is incredible. This car is fast. Now, the difference, believe it or not, and I'll show you this engine really quickly before I get out of here. I love this right here. I wish my Cadillac had that like from the factory. It shines down right here and goes down. But I'll show you really quickly before I get out of here, under the hood of this thing. You have to do it twice on the Mini Coopers for some reason. Gosh, I love that. So, this car has a single turbo, but look at all this engine bay. And I just love how they do the lights right here. I think that is so dope, man. That is just crazy. This is a nice, wide, open engine bay. It's crazy. I love it. I like how far the hood goes back. This is just a dope car. This is her second Mini Cooper. She had a 2020 Mini Cooper S, just a regular Oxford edition. And she wanted to get something a little bigger. So we got the SUV version, and it's obviously much better. It's loaded with everything. Look at the headlights. It's dope. It says Mini in there. And mine says Cadillac somewhere right there. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I already showed you my 2021 truck, but this is, she drives the truck a lot though, but you know, this bad boy right here is fast. And the difference between the two, even though this has a single turbo, the power comes like instantly when I press the gas, and this car, it is almost instant. I love the body lines and the body kit on here. It's just dope. Lots of tech in this car too, man. Love it. Lots of room too. Lots of room. So, gonna get out of here. Just want to show you a sneak peek of the 2021 Mini Cooper. I'll probably do a full video on this later. You guys let me know if you want to see the 2021 Mini Cooper. I mean, look at all this, look at all the stuff we got added. It's just, this is totally worth it. And this didn't cost nowhere near as much as this car did. But perks of the game. This Mini Cooper is dope. I love the hood on it. But anyway, I'll get out of here. It's your man Jay. Hope you guys enjoyed a quick snippet of the 2021 Countryman S Mini Cooper and a follow-up on my 2020 CT5-V Cadillac. It's your man Jay. See you in the next one. Take care.